Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following WNBA matches that is happening on Friday, September 1st, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Dallas Wings vs Indiana Fever. Take Indiana. And here is why. When they last stepped on the court, the Indiana Fever walked away with a victory by a final of 83-80 against the Atlanta Dream. The Fever snagged 24 defensive boards and 7 offensive rebounds, totaling 31 in this matchup. They gave up possession of the ball 13 times, while getting 8 steals for the matchup. The Dream committed 14 fouls for this contest, which got the Fever to the charity stripe for a total of 13 tries. They were able to make 10 of the free throw tries for a percentage of 76.9%. In reference to shots from beyond the arc, Indiana converted 9 of their 19 attempts, 47.4%. When the game finished, the Fever ended up going 32 for 70 from the floor, which had them shooting 45.7%. The Fever allowed the Dream to make 26 out of their 69 attempts from the floor, which gave them a rate of 37.7% in this game. They shot 25.0% from three-point land via 4 of 16 and ended up going 24 of 27 at the free throw line, 88.9%. When discussing attacking the glass, Indiana permitted Atlanta to grab 37 in total, 12 on the offensive side. Christy Wallace pitched in for the Fever in the matchup. She converted 7 out of 10 in this game, giving her a rate of 70.0%, but didn't pull down a rebound. Wallace had 20 points in her 27 minutes on the court, but wasn't able to notch an assist. Indiana has a record of 11-24 for the year. The Fever are committing 20.0 fouls per game, and they hit 79.3% from the free throw line. Their rate of earning assists is at 18.0 times per contest, 11th in the WNBA, and they turn it over 14.0 times per contest. Indiana has accounted for 2,828 points on the year, 80.8 per contest, and they pull in 34.2 boards per game. As an offense, the Fever are hitting on 44.3% from the floor, which ranks them 5th in the league. The Fever on the defensive side of the court are 11th in the league in points allowed per game with 84.7. The Indiana defense surrenders 37.5% on three-point shots, 296 of 790, and opponents are making 80.7% of their foul shots. They have relinquished 20.0 dimes and 32.1 boards on a nightly basis, which ranks 9th and 1st in the WNBA. They are able to force 12.5 turnovers per game and allow teams to shoot 44.3% from the field, 8th in basketball. Our total pick is over. And here is why. Dallas enters this contest with a win-loss record of 19-16 this season. They lose possession via turnover 13.1 times per contest and as a team are committing 18.7 fouls on a nightly basis. As a unit, Dallas is pulling down 38.7 rebounds per game and has racked up 692 dimes so far this year, which ranks 5th in the league in terms of passing. The Wings are connecting on 31.2% from downtown, 232 of 743, and 80.2% from the charity stripe. They are averaging 86.5 PTS per game, 3rd in the league, while going 43.6% from the field. On the defensive end of the court, the Wings are forcing their opponents into 13.6 turnovers per game, while drawing 18.1 personal fouls. The Wings are giving up a field goal percentage of 44.3%, 475 of 635, and they relinquish 32.2 rebounds per contest as a basketball team. They are currently ranked 5th in basketball in allowing assists to their opponents, with 686 conceded so far this season. They surrender 35.5% on three-point attempts, while they are 8th in the league in points per game allowed, 83.9. Atlanta Dream vs Minnesota Lynx. Take Minnesota as our team pick. And here is why. When they last played, the Minnesota Lynx took a loss by a score of 83-72 when they played the Washington Mystics. The Lynx corralled 25 defensive rebounds and 9 offensive boards totaling 34 for this contest. They also coughed up the ball 14 times, while getting 7 steals for the contest. The Mystics had 15 personal fouls in this contest, which got the Lynx to the charity stripe for 7 tries. They were able to make 7 of them for a clip of 100.0%. With respect to shots from beyond the perimeter, Minnesota knocked down 9 of 26 attempts, 34.6%. In all, the Lynx finished 28 out of 67 from the field, which gave them a shooting percentage of 41.8%. The Lynx allowed the Mystics to make 29 of 64 attempts from the field, which gave them a shooting percentage of 45.3% in this contest. They wrapped up this game 48.0% from distance by going 12 of 25 and ended up shooting 13 out of 15 from the free throw line, 86.7%. When it comes to cleaning the glass, Minnesota allowed Washington to grab 32 overall, 8 offensive. Diamond Miller ended up being important for the Lynx in this contest. She made 9 out of 18 for this contest, giving her a field goal percentage of 50.0% and added 1 rebound. Miller scored 25 points in her 30 minutes of playing time, but wasn't able to tally an assist. Minnesota has a win-loss mark of 17-19 so far this season. The Lynx are committing 16.8 fouls per contest while shooting 80.8% from the charity stripe. They are earning an assist 19.1 times per game, 8th in the league, and they are turning it over 13.4 times per game. Minnesota has tallied 2,870 PTS on the season, 79.7 per contest, and they pull in 33.9 boards per game. As an offense, the Lynx are connecting on 43.4% from the floor, which is 8th in the league. The Lynx defensively are ranked 12th in basketball in points per game surrendered with 85.1. They have surrendered 20.8 dimes and 34.9 boards per contest, which has them ranked 12th and 7th in the league. The Minnesota defense allows 35.3% on shots from three-point land, 325 of 921, and opponents are knocking down 82.3% of their foul shots. They are able to force 12.6 turnovers per game and have allowed teams to shoot 45.0% from the field, 10th in the league. Our total pick is under, and here is why. Atlanta heads into this matchup with a mark of 17-19 so far this season. They are turning it over 13.9 times per game, and as a team they are committing 19.5 fouls on a nightly basis. As a unit, Atlanta is snagging 35.7 boards per game and has accounted for 670 assists this season, which has them ranked 8th in basketball in terms of passing the rock. The Dream are connecting on 34.3% on shots from downtown, 237 of 691, and 78.8% from the free throw line. They average 82.8 PTS per contest, 5th in the league, while going 43.2% from the field. On defense, the Dream are forcing 13.1 turnovers on a nightly basis, while drawing 19.9 personal fouls. They are currently ranked 3rd in the WNBA in giving up assists to the opposition, with 671 surrendered so far this year. The Dream are giving up an opponent shooting percentage of 43.1%, 472 of 717, and they surrender 35.3 boards per game as a unit. They give up 33.5% on three-point shots, and they are ranked 10th in the WNBA in opponents' points per game, 84.2. Connecticut Sun vs New York Liberty. Take Connecticut. And here is why. Connecticut enters this game with a mark of 24-11 on the season. They are turning it over 12.3 times per game, and as a basketball team they commit 18.7 personal fouls on a nightly basis. As a unit, Connecticut is pulling in 33.8 rebounds per game and has racked up 732 assists for the year, which ranks 3rd in the WNBA in terms of passing the rock. The Sun are shooting 35.4% on shots from downtown, 247 of 697, and 76.4% from the free throw line. They average 83.1 PTS per game, 4th in the WNBA, while hitting 44.6% from the floor. When they are on the defensive end, the Sun have forced 15.0 turnovers on a nightly basis, and they draw 19.2 fouls. The Sun defense is giving up a shooting percentage of 42.9%, 987 of 2,300, and they surrender 34.3 rebounds per game as a team. They rank 1st in basketball in allowing assists to the opposition, with 664 surrendered this year. They are surrendering 30.9% on three-point attempts, and they rank 1st in the WNBA in points per game allowed, 78.8. Our total pick is over. And here is why. For their last game, the New York Liberty went home victorious with a score of 94-85 against the Las Vegas Aces. The Liberty recorded 31 defensive boards and 12 offensive rebounds for a total of 43 for the matchup. They turned it over 13 times, while earning 8 steals for the game. The Aces were called for 23 fouls in the game, which took the Liberty to the charity stripe for 19 attempts. They were able to knock down 16 of the free throw attempts for a clip of 84.2%. In the matter of three-point attempts, New York made 10 out of 33 attempts, 30.3%. In all, the Liberty finished the game shooting 34 out of 75 from the field, which gave them a rate of 45.3%. The Liberty allowed the Aces to knock down 31 of their 69 tries from the field, which left them shooting 44.9% for this contest. They finished 39.1% from three-point range by shooting 9 of 23 and finished the contest at 14 out of 20 at the free throw line, 70.0%. Regarding how they attack the glass, New York permitted Las Vegas to snag 31 in total, 5 offensive. Sabrina Ionescu pitched in for the Liberty in this matchup. She knocked down 8 out of 14 for the contest, giving her a field goal percentage of 57.1% and tallied 2 rebounds. Ionescu tallied 25 points in her 35 minutes of playing time and accumulated 2 assists for this contest. New York has a mark of 28-7 this season. New York has tallied 3,116 points so far this season, 89.0 per contest, and they pull in 38.2 rebounds per game. The Liberty are committing 16.4 fouls per game, and they hit 83.0% from the free throw line. When it comes to executing on offense, the Liberty are shooting 45.7% from the field, which ranks second in basketball. They are earning an assist 24.1 times per contest, first in the WNBA, and they are turning it over 13.5 times per game. The Liberty on the defensive end are ranked 4th in basketball in points allowed per contest with 80.7. They relinquish 19.1 dimes and 33.3 boards on a nightly basis, which is ranked 3rd and 3rd in basketball. The New York defense concedes 34.2% on shots from three-point land, 262 of 767, and their opponents are converting on 78.7% of their foul shots. They are able to force 11.8 turnovers on a nightly basis and allow teams to shoot 42.2% from the field, first in the WNBA.